Hello guys and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today we're looking at issue 10 of Conquest. Now I know obviously we're a bit behind, so we're blasting through them all in a few days. So you're going to get issue 11 in a couple of days, and then a couple of days after that issue 12. It's kind of how counting works. You just go up and up and up. Dependent on how many other videos we've got coming out will depend on whether these are daily or every 2 days. But today, as I said, we've got issue 10, which came with a Blight Hauler, which was a one I really liked. Oddly enough, I did buy this separately from a shop, but I didn't do the review on it because I hadn't bought issue 9, because I obviously had to wait for my subscription to come through. But it meant I got a second Blight Hauler, so I could give it to Parker, so it just beefs up his army a little bit. Boom! So as I said, issue 11 is the aggressors, and then issue 12 gives you a Death Guard character, and I'm very excited to have a look at that model. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to get the shrink wrap off this bad boy, and then we're going to have a look at the Blight Hauler itself, and then the model. Once again, the Blight Hauler will go in this big box of sprues. We will in a separate video, which will be after issue 14 has been reviewed. We will do a video showing you how to put some of those together, how to use the mold line remover and that type of thing. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the wrapping off this, and then we'll come back when it's opened, because a lot of people don't like the sound of the wrapping being taken off, so I've been led to believe. So this is the Blight Hauler. Now this is the easy to build Blight Hauler, which you can get from Games Workshop. And you can just pick that up either online or in store. It's also available on obviously your local stockists and things like that. It comes on this fat little base, and it's got the pins marked out so you can plug the models in. And then let's have a look at this. So this is the sprue, and it comes in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 parts. So that's not a lot. And they are still numbered like all the other sprues. Most of this kit, most of the stuff that comes with Conquest will be easy to build stuff, as we already know. And they're a range that Games Workshop did for beginners. But obviously, as I said, you do still get some characters, and we're going to have a look at those. But let's bust into issue 10. So as I said, this is the Mythic Blight Hauler. So in this one, we cover the Blight Hauler itself, we cover the weapons of the Blight Hauler, and then a story, which is the raid on Relthor Prime. How to build the Blight Hauler, how to paint it, vehicles on deck, vehicles, and then extra rules. So it's going to teach you how to use vehicles in this one, basically. So straight away, you've got that beautiful piece of artwork, and I'm pretty confident that's the same piece of artwork that's on the box of this Blight Hauler. I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like. But it's got, as always, what it is, its role, what specialisms are, designation, and then the weaponry that comes on it. These are all backgroundy fluff, but it is nice to know the weapons, because you will be using the weapons in the game. Then obviously, as always, it spruces it out. Then it shows you painted one. That's painted really nicely. I really like Death Guard when it's not got the greens, it's got the bony colours. And from what when I've been showing pictures to Parker of the different colours that he can have as Death Guard, he does seem to be leaning towards going for a bone colour. I will try and talk him out of it so we can stick as close as possible to the painting guides in here, but if not, you're going to see a bone Blight Hauler and Death Guard, and that's okay too. So this shows you the Death Guard Blight Hauler itself. It shows you where the missile launcher is, it shows you where the multi-melter is, it shows you where the gnashing maw is, and then the bile spurt. So it points to each of them, and it shows you a closer picture of them. And that's good, because it starts to help you identify what different weapons are. Because if you're new to the hobby, you know, you might not know what a melter gun looks like. I mean, the flamer you can potentially work out because of the little barrel underneath and the little nozzle and stuff like that. But a lot of the guns will be completely new to you. So it's nice that this magazine takes time to kind of show you what they are. Then it tells you about the war gear of it, which again is the weapons themselves, and it gives you a little bit of information about them. It's more fluff-based, but it's pretty cool. Then here we have a little story. And again, this just builds up the lore and things like that. It's always nice to know, but it's not essential. So here you go. We have the how to build. Now, this one doesn't give you the safety tips. So I'm guessing by issue 10, They think you can use your clippers and glue safely enough. If you just jumped in and issue 10 was the only one you've bought, then you're just going to have to risk it. Don't worry about it. Just head down, clippers in, you'll be fine. I would just like to stress as a genuine warning, though, if you are young and you are new to the hobby, please find some safety instructions somewhere. I think Games Workshop must have them on their website or something like that, just for your own peace of mind. But yeah, so it shows you how to build the model. And again, it's a really, really simple model. And there's it in more detail. Boom. There you go. Clipper safety. Right down at the bottom there. Clipper safety. We're all good. But yeah, so it shows you how to build it in great detail. Once again, color coding the parts just for ease. And that's something Games Workshop does now. I was talking to someone the other day, actually, about a time before Games Workshop numbered their sprues. They were dark times indeed. We both agreed that it's better this way. We do miss the ability to be able to bodge and convert, though, or kit bash as it's now known. So the colours that you're going to need to paint this bad mother, watch your mouth, is Death Guard, Lead Belcher, Abaddon Black, Retributor Armour, Bugman's Glow, Null Oil, and Agrax. And it's going to show you, now this uses all the techniques that it showed you previously. It tells you here to mix your paints on a palette with a little bit of water to get a smoother finish. That's something I would always definitely recommend. As you can see there, it shows you how to do the Bugman's Glow, shows you how to do the Lead Belcher, shows you how to do the Abaddon Black parts, the Retributor Armour, more Retributor Armour, Null Oil, and then at the end, Agrax Earthshade. Now, as you're following these through, if you're following these exact, you'll get your models up to a certain point each time. And as you get more paints and more brushes and more cool things like that, it's going to teach you more little techniques. So it's not like you're going to have to start again with each model. You'll get them up to this point, for instance, and that's fully playable. You can use that on a table because most places say a minimum of 3 colours. Now, that's got green, it's got black, it's got silver, and it's got like a flesh colour. So plenty there. But then as you get more colours and you learn about edge highlighting and dry brushing and things like that, you can bring these techniques back onto those same models. So if you are new to the hobby, it is worth following these painting guides. There's some really good tips. I'd also suggest going to the Warhammer YouTube page and watching some of Duncan's painting tips because they're fantastic. He will teach you about watering your paints down to thin coats. So yeah. This one's called Vehicle on Deck, and this is going to teach you how to use the vehicle itself. It shows you, once again, as always, move, shoot, charge, fight. Move, psychic, shoot, charge, fight. And the reason for that is what you'll need in this mission is the mat and everything as always. You'll need the Blight Hauler, and then the Marines will need 3 Intercessors and the Primaris Librarian. And then tells you how to do your setup and everything like that. Clearly from this chart, though, the Death Guard's going first. So that gives you the stats for the Blight Hauler. Now you'll notice that a Blight Hauler has 8 wounds compared to, say, 5 wounds of a Librarian or 2 of an Intercessor. Vehicles used to have a different system, which is where they had like hull points and you could, hit the armour at certain sides and do different things. And to simplify it, they gave it wounds. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is a debate for another video. But that's what they did, so it makes it a lot easier for newcomers because it's less to remember. So yes, so then it teaches you how to use your multi-melter, teaches you how to use your missile launcher frags, it teaches you vehicle moving, firing the heavy weapons, and then vehicles in close combat. And it's got some really good little diagrams there, so once again, it is really, really helpful, and it's teaching you slowly how to play the game. Teach you how to do multiple wounds here. So you roll to hit, you roll to wound, you roll to save, and then you roll damage, and it shows you through pictures and some really, really simple text and how to do that. And then we have a mission, which is Smite the Blight Hauler. And again, this uses the same models that we used before. And then right at the back, it gives you extras, which is Smite, which is a psychic ability, a Force Sword, and then the Bile Spurt. So that's an extra rule. It was covered, obviously, earlier on in the book for fluff purposes, but here it is. Yeah, so that in itself is issue 10. As I said, issue 11 and 12, we've already covered what's coming next. I'm really excited to open issue 11, but only because that gets me one step closer to issue 12, where we finally get a character for the Death Guard. But no, guys, thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm fully aware that this is a few weeks behind, and you've probably already watched all the other fantastic videos out there, Peninsulas, Underdog Painting, all those really, really good videos. But yeah, please check this video out. Obviously, if you've got this far, you have anyway. But yeah, give us a thumbs up. It does really help the channel. If it's your first time visiting, then definitely check out some of the other videos we do. We put out a lot of varied content. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Blight Hauler, what you think of Conquest so far. I do obviously understand that if you're outside of the UK, let me know how annoyed you are that you don't get it. Because half the comments I get are with regards to that. Because we have a big following in Europe and America, as well as our UK people. So, let us know what you think of this. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Pray the dice gods and hope they smile upon you. Take care.